Okay. All right. Well, welcome everyone back to White Sand Self-Care Community. I am your host, Laura Cross, and your resource for education, resources, connection, and collaboration to others that can support you on your wellness journey. And today I am excited to have with me Samantha Knibbs. She is a dedicated individual balancing the roles of a busy mom, a business owner, and a supportive wife, alongside her alongside managing her family and business responsibilities. She's passionately preparing to compete in a WNBF Worlds, which we'll get back to that because I'm not sure what that is, but we'll get there. But she has a deep-rooted commitment to health and fitness, and Sam channels her energy to empowering other busy moms through personalized one-on-one programs, engaging group challenges, and rejuvenating retreats. And she inspires and guides fellow mothers to achieve their health and fitness aspirations. Samantha, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
So I have to ask you, what is WNBF Worlds?
Great question. It is a federation. It is an all-natural bodybuilding federation. So I just compete in that federation and I am preparing to go to Worlds with that federation this year.
Wow, wonderful. How long have you been doing that?
I have been competing, I believe, since 2017, I think was my first show. Obviously, since I had my kiddo, I had a little bit of a break, and now I'm like, okay, it's time to step on the world stage. I received my pro card a few years ago, so I have the opportunity to go to Worlds. So I thought, why not now?
Nice, nice. I love it. So, how do you balance being a mom, a business owner, and an athlete and preparing for world competitions at the same time?
Yeah, great question. There's a few things that I do. And this is something that hugely I encourage my clients to do as well is focus on that self-love, that self-respect. I like to set aside first thing in the morning to either get my self-care in, my morning gratitude in, getting my own workouts in when I can. But ultimately, I do have an awesome support system as well. So they are super amazing. My husband is helpful to be able to watch the kiddos. We have an amazing day home family that loves to watch the kid. We sometimes have to be like, okay, we want to hang out with her too. But yeah, we do have an awesome support system. And I do, like, I encourage my clients as well. I communicate with them that this is something that's important for me that I would like to get done. And they know that, which is super cool.
Yeah. And that's amazing. And so a lot of people, obviously you're very busy, you have kids and you do all this. There's a lot of people that think they just don't have time, for themselves or to start that routine. What would your advice be to them?
Yeah, great question. I love that I don't have time. Um, it's also, I challenge an individual to think, like, why do you want to accomplish said goal? What are your priorities? Maybe we need to prioritize different things. And it doesn't mean that we need to do 2 hours strenuous exercise at the gym. If you have a half an hour, you get to work out. You have that half an hour, utilize it. So sometimes I might have 20 minutes to get my steps in. Amazing. That is movement in for my body and that feels myself. And that might be what it is that week. I don't work out on my busiest days. That's my rest days because I'm like, I'm not going to fit that in. I'm going to make sure I'm getting my proper sleep too and not going to work out at 10, 11 o'clock at night. Like if it worked out that way, fair enough. But yeah, sometimes just prioritizing your time and knowing your goals and why it is so important for yourself.
Are your kiddos ever involved in your workouts?
I do work out at the gym, but I teach an online class. It's like a rebound class. You wear
Hmm.
these bouncy boots, and she loves watching me in that. And there's some of the moves that she participates in and does her own version. And then she helps me take off my boots after, and she just loves that.
I had to ask because one of the things I love to watch is American Ninja Warriors, and you see some of these people how they're still doing their workouts and stuff, and the kids will be hanging on them or they'll be following them along. So I was just wondering if they get involved with your workouts, or maybe they're not old enough yet. I don't. How old are your kids?
So I have one daughter and she is 17 months old, so still a little one, but
Nice.
she is definitely, when I turn on that music, she dances around. She loves it.
That's got to be fun. So
Yeah.
can you share some of your success stories from the moms you've helped through your one-on-one programs and your group challenges, and what does that look like?
Yeah, the biggest successes that my clients have is a lot of mindset shifts. Yes, we have progress throughout. I think the dogs are fighting in the background, so I apologize about the background noise. But the biggest success is that mindset shift that they believe in themselves. They like know that they can. We've had like obviously through my transformation challenges, it's very common to lose that between 8 to 16 pounds, and that's always amazing to see scale victories. But the non-scale victories that I see within my clients, that's incredible, and that's what we encourage and promote as well for our clientele, that it's not just about the number on the scale. If you get that, awesome, but the energy that you receive after, the ability that you can play with your kiddos, get up and off the floor without um, being stiff or sore. I know just last week the mom hung upside down on the monkey bars, and she like shared in the Facebook group. She's like, never would I've thought I would be able to do this with my kiddos, but I have the confidence that I have the strength to get up and off of this and be able to be silly with the kids as well. And I thought that was so cool. And I love when my clients share those non-scale victories. That's like so important for us.
That is nice. It's always nice when things work out too, because sometimes they go better in your head than they do in reality.
Yeah, exactly.
So, what are some common obstacles that busy moms face when trying to maintain a healthy lifestyle, and how do you help them overcome those challenges?
Yeah, great question. So we already talked about the busy one. That
Mhm.
is a huge, huge one. I'll add a little bit more to that. Sometimes flipping our perspective on things and knowing what is beneficial or not. Because even when you go for a walk with your kiddos and it's not your strict 30 minutes, you're getting all your steps in, but you're stopping, you're going to go pick up the rocks or whatever. That's honestly an extra squat in. Awesome, amazing, right? So just knowing that it doesn't have to look the traditional way. Um, Also, with that being said, with being busy, I lost my train of thought here. I was going to add another point to that, but I'll come back to that if it comes up. Another obstacle is motivation. Motivation is a huge one. People just get in a little funk. So
Mhm.
we do a lot of mindset tips, focusing on your goal and why is it important, and reconnecting back to the importance of your why. Lots of times it is for being there for your family. Sometimes it is just for the individual just to feel confident and feel good in their skin again. And focusing on that versus the actual um, lack of motivation that you're currently having, just switching that focus, or even focusing on I get to work out versus I have to, and that change of perspective and having that support community. Sometimes you just, whether it's an accountability group, whether it's an amazing Facebook group, whether it's hiring a personal trainer, whether it's just a friend, a significant other, having that support system is super huge. And yeah, if you're just having a down day. So motivation, and I would say the busyness is, those are two big ones. But we work through it. And is it one-time fix. No, like it's a journey, it's a process. So we're like, okay, awesome. What went well this week? What was challenging? How can we make it better next week? And it's all a part of the process. I'm still learning too, and that's I think the important thing, just to give yourself grace too.
Yeah, we're all always still learning. I think I don't care how old you get, there's always still something you can learn and grow from. So
100%.
when you work with your clients, are you working with them in person, online, a combination of both?
So yeah, a combination of both. So I have in-person training at very select few spots because I do like to enjoy that quality time with my daughter. And then I do teach some in-person classes, but I would say 90% online. So I run transformation challenges, which are online, one-on-one training, online option as well. I have an app of my own that people can get connected with the program and have more success that way. The other big thing that we do in person is our retreats. So we do a local retreat here in Alberta, Canada, and then we are doing an international one in Nicaragua next year.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So what is the best way for people to get a hold of you?
I would say Instagram, Facebook. Facebook is SKFitness. Instagram is Sam_SKFitness. Those would be my two probably best spots. And just send me a message if you want to chat.
Okay. And we'll make sure all those links are in the comments and in the description as well. As well. Before we go, what advice would you like to leave with busy moms that we have in our audience?
Great question. I would say knowing that putting yourself first isn't selfish. It's the whole analogy of when on the airplane they tell you to put on your air mask first so that you have the ability to help out other people. Because if you're not well yourself, if your cup is not full, you won't be able to help out the family that you're wanting to. The amount of energy levels that increases when you do prioritize your health and fitness, and the what you're able to do more of. So sometimes just that flip and knowing that it's okay and you deserve it. So that would be number one. I obviously would have many other ones, but that would be a big one.
Oh, that is a big one because a lot of people look at that as being selfish.
Mhm.
So, well, Samantha, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to be here with us today. And definitely, if you are a busy mom or you have any of those struggles and stuff that she mentioned, reach out and connect with Samantha, or that she has an app you can follow. We'll put all those details in there, but definitely reach out because obviously she's been there, she's doing it, and she would definitely relate to what you're going through. So thank you for joining us today, Samantha, and sharing all that with us.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it.
Thank you, everyone, and we will see you next time.